I was reminded of a story that I read on WhatsApp a while ago. A gentleman ordered a pizza online. He was already in the AI world. And he put in the order and said, I want pizza. And the robot on the other side asked him, what kind of pizza do you want, sir? And he said, I want the one with this kind of topping, this. And the robot then told him, sorry, sir, you cannot order that one. He said, why not? He said, from the records, from the AI, you have high cholesterol. So take another pick. Then he picked another one. And apparently this one was a little more expensive. And the robot said, sorry, you can't afford that one. There's no money in your account. Then he says, no, but I think I can afford it. No. So they went on arguing. And finally, he actually didn't get the pizza because all the odds were against him. So what am I saying? What are we saying about AI? And that's what I want you to think as I make my presentation here about the Office of the Controller of Budget. What are the risks of AI? About a lot of benefits, what we can get from AI, and also she covered many of the risks. And I'll be looking at some more of the same in form of discussion. And I hope you'll be with me so that when I finish, we will then be putting it all together and seeing what is it that we have for tomorrow. And I was going through one of our papers, actually, the Business Daily, where I saw that the global system for Mobile Communication Association, so-called GSMA, has revealed that in Kenya, the use of artificial intelligence right now is mostly in agriculture, where we have 49% usage. In climate action, there is 26% of the usage. My office, for instance, and I'm going to be telling you in a moment what I do, because that's a question that many people ask. Are we deliberately using AI, or have we found ourselves in the middle of AI, but we don't know either how to use it or how to discard it, if I may say. Currently, we are told there is no legal framework for artificial intelligence use in Kenya. AI relies on vast amounts of data, as you've heard from the person who was, I'll move that and that. We were just told about the gentleman who was ordering his pizza. And we learned that the artificial intelligence already knows what he's suffering from, and they know all that is in his bank account, and they even know when he last ordered pizza and the type that he likes. I mean, there's so much detail in that whole system. So, this artificial intelligence relies on vast amounts of personally sensitive data. And so there are fears of data security and privacy, which has also been touched on by the Auditor General. Further, the IMF has estimated that 40% AI involves tasks such as learning, such as reasoning, problem solving, perception, and language understanding. It enhances decision-making processes through data-driven insights and improves operational efficiency and effectiveness. By doing all that I've enumerated, AI can promote good corporate governance in public institutions by introducing transparency, efficiency, and accountability. So when it comes to what we do, I looked at the areas of enhanced compliance monitoring. I did tell you before that I monitor, evaluate, and report on budget implementation. So artificial intelligence then can help to monitor and analyze the vast amounts of data to ensure adherence to regulatory requirements, also internal policies, as well as ethical standards. So shortly, and I say shortly with a pinch of salt, because things don't seem to move as fast as we want, we are doing exchequer automation. So when we do exchequer automation, it means that we upload all the data relating to the entities that I deal with, so that when I need to approve a requisition, I can open any window, any report, and make a decision based on artificial intelligence. This proactive monitoring then is what helps to identify potential government breaches or compliance issues. Here we use the Constitution as the standard, the COB Act and regulations, and as well as our M&E regulations. That is just an example. A second example that I have is on risk management and assessment. So artificial intelligence powered risk assessment models can assist by analyzing historical data. They can analyze market trends and external factors that can identify and prioritize risks relevant to corporate governance. And an example of this is monitoring the on-source revenues at the counties. I find that there are a lot of risks. Recently, for those of you who read my reports, I did indicate that the counties are opening many, many bank accounts. And therefore, if some of the revenues are banked in these other banks, they are not likely to come into the accounting system. That's one of the major risks that we need to look at. So we are saying that if we are using artificial intelligence, it would be very easy to notice when something is out of the ordinary. Now, institutions then are enabled to mitigate risks effectively and make informed decisions. Further, I even looked at credit scoring. The Auditor General just reported on the Hustler Fund, and we were shocked to learn that there are a lot of ongoings with the Hustler Fund, and money is getting lost or money is not being recovered from those who have borrowed it. In credit scoring, AI does very well because it gets the histories of the borrowers and is able to follow them all the way and, of course, give you the risk of the borrower before you even lend some more. Then there are automated governance processes. And again, this was mentioned by one of the speakers. The boards, for instance, scheduling audit meetings, scheduling board meetings, agenda preparation, document management, it was covered in the morning, audit committee charters, all this can be done by AI, and they all go towards improving governance. Transparency and accountability And again, I've had this mentioned where artificial intelligence in terms of blockchain can enhance transparency by providing immutable records of transactions and decision-making processes. And this is very relevant to my reporting function. So as we move ahead, we also see predictive analytics and strategic planning is also enabled by artificial intelligence because we have predictive analytics which can forecast future trends, can forecast risks and opportunities relevant to governance and strategic planning. Overall, we can see that if we are able to anticipate challenges, if we are able to formulate proactive strategies and adapt to changing environments effectively, then we would be highly benefiting from artificial intelligence. These tools, as we have been told, are used to analyze vast amounts of data, including some non-traditional forms of data, and so this is an extra benefit. For instance, in the Business Daily on July 18th, 2024, we saw a report on how AI can be used to assess a borrower's likelihood of repaying a loan. And I compared this to what I do every time when I'm replenishing the accounts of the counties. The counties normally run schemes like mortgage schemes, car loan schemes, and I saw AI helping me if I can incorporate it in the checks on who is not repaying their loans. So AI in general accelerates decision making and promotes inclusivity while implementing a more streamlined borrowing process as far as that is concerned. So without going into too much, because I know in the interest of time we'll need to move ahead, I've seen other aspects of AI that can be very, very useful, and I thought I should mention them. In the development sector, I have seen where energy efficiency, traffic management, and infrastructure monitoring can benefit from artificial intelligence. In education, AI can provide customized learning to cater for student needs for optimal comprehension and knowledge retention. Not to forget that it can bring in personalized grading and tutoring to students, and that is what my sister Margret mentioned in the morning. In disaster response, we can see real-time data assessing damage and prioritizing recovery efforts. And the last area that I would like to cover in terms of the benefits of AI is budgeting. It's an area that, of course, very close to my heart. And AI can learn from the spending habits, adapt to financial patterns, and provide specialized advice. So you can actually use it both at personal level and institutional level. It can also set and achieve saving goals, assessing how much can be set aside, and by learning from the past, the future can be predicted. I know the meaning of that music. It means we are running out of time. But before I go, I'll just tell you just one thing, and this is the potential drawbacks. I think I wouldn't be doing justice if I didn't tell you some of the drawbacks of AI, and I think they were also mentioned elsewhere. We have the data quality and bias, we have privacy concerns, we have dependency on technology, and we have ethical dilemmas. Please go and read up on those. And I think there is also limited scope and application, especially when we talk of our country here and what we are trying to say. So we are saying here that to mitigate, we need to be looking at how we can reduce bias, how we can get high quality data, and then how we can give guidelines on the usage of AI in terms of our level of development in artificial intelligence. So I'm sure the questions will be coming and we'll handle them, but thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nyakang'o.